youtube.com/MugenLord. Subscribe to the channel for gaming news, updates, discussion, and live streams. Signing off.
After you get those answers, you know what I mean?
Hey guys, this is MugenLord here, and I'm back again with another video. So in this video, I want to talk about Apex Legends. This video is pretty much it's going to be my experience and first-hand impressions with the game. And right now, Apex Legends is the talk of YouTube and the YouTube gaming community right now. It's because there's been, for the past, I guess you could say, a week or so, there's been talk that there was going to be a Titanfall 3 that was going to be revealed, or a Titanfall Battle Royale. So everyone was getting quite skeptical about what EA has been doing behind the scenes with this game. And after the game had just popped up and it been announced, it come to find out that it wasn't even a Titanfall game at all. Actually, it's its own beast to itself, and it's called Apex Legends. And the same team that created Titanfall decided that, hey, we wanted to do something different. It started out to go in the direction of Titanfall, but it ended up becoming its own thing. So what is it? What is it about? And I decided that, hey, why not? Let me just jump into it and just see how the game feels and how it plays. Now, a lot of you guys who follow me or know me personally, I'm not really into shooters like that, but lately, after playing the VIP of Anthem, I've been warming up to shooters a lot more, especially co-op shooters. I've been enjoying myself playing those type of shooters. So I was like, hey, why not? I already have this itch to play shooters. So Apex Legends was announced. A lot of people were talking about it and everything. So when it first launched, I say, hey, why not dive into it and spend a couple hours or a day or so and to get a feel of it and talk to you guys about it. So like most shooters, of course, I have to get used to the mechanics and how the game works, the controls and everything. So when you even open up Apex Legends, you already introduced to a tutorial that you can just dive into to see how the game works. Now, from the looks of it, I was able to get used to it. I got used to the controls right away. I was able to just dive right in, know how the game functions, know how the game works, and I must say the game looks pretty good, especially on console. This is a battle royale game, so having it look visually good and able to hold that many players on a map and still look pretty good, I think that's a plus on this end, especially on consoles. How the game functions and how it works, I decided to just dive right into it. Now, before we even go into the whole how the match and how the flow of the game works, this game is a class-based game. Now, the characters are broken into different classes. Respawn really wanted to put emphasis on teamwork. And the thing is, when it comes to shooters, this is why I love team-based shooters, because I'm more of a team guy than I am like a 1v1 or like a competitive guy, me against other players. I love to team up with other players to go against other players, because I love the social aspects, the communication, going back and forth my teammates, and I love to strategize. That's just something that I love to do. So yes, the characters are broken into classes. Each class have their own unique traits, their abilities and everything, their passive skills and stuff. So character I'll enjoy so far is the Wraith, because I think aesthetically she looks pretty badass. I think she looks pretty cool, and not just that, she does things with teleports, which I thought was pretty unique. She could put a teleport in one area and put it in another. She can go through it and escape through it, and also she has a finisher to where she can finish you and then grab your body and throw it through a teleporter, and God knows where your body goes. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, that's for the characters. Now, when you start the match, and what I said before, which takes it back, the emphasis on teams, you can't pick the same character or the same class while being on the same team. Now, the game is divided into a 3-man cell. So there's 60 players. There's 3 people per squad. So what they do is you have to take your turn when you choose your character, which I thought was pretty cool. So it put emphasis on that, hey, if someone pick your character, you have to learn other classes. So it is stressing the fact is that you can't just stick to one class and just try to master that class. They want you to try all the classes. So if you have a team, you all have to discuss how you want to go about selecting your team and who's good with what character and what class. But you have this thing called Jump Master, which I thought was pretty cool. A Jump Master is pretty much, this is the person that dictates where you guys are going to drop off at on the map. Now, they don't fully dictate, is because you can press the R1 button and suggest to your Jump Master, hey, how about we drop off here? Or no, why not, how about we drop off here? Which I think is pretty cool. So once the Drop Master drops off, you're pretty much locked onto your Drop Master. He or she dictates to where y'all going to land at. So if you do want to separate, I think you got to hold down the circle button and separate from them. But why would you? I mean, it stresses teamwork, and believe me, teamwork is very important. I think this is where some people complain about this game as far as the teamwork is concerned, is because, I mean, come on, let's be honest, there's a lot of players, especially console players, there's a lot of Call of Duty players out there who love to run and gun, pray and spray, and just want to be a, you know, a glory hound, and just want to just rack up kills on their own, and don't really want to do much objective based gameplay, or even team up and cooperate with other players. So this is a little foreign to them, so this could turn off those type of players. But right now I love it. So you can land down at a certain point, and I think the best part about any battle royale, especially this, is once you hit the ground, my adrenaline gets to rushing, is because the thing is, when you land on the ground, you have no weapons. You have to start scrounging around looking for loot, looking for armor, looking for ammo, looking for weapons. You got to find what you can find. It's because if you don't, whatever squad you run into, you're going to be in trouble, because they may have some heavy artillery, you may not have any heavy artillery or anything at all, and it can pretty much just wipe you out instantly. And that means your experience going through trying to play the game ends abruptly, just like that. And what's so funny about it is, the announcer will make an announcement that, hey, first blood has been drawn. So it lets everybody know on the map that a team has already been taken out. And I laugh every time, because I'm like, wow, well, they didn't get a chance to play. We just got on the map and it's already the first blood like drawn, like not even the first minute, like the first 30 seconds. And I think it's pretty cool. And like I said about the whole teamwork thing, is the whole thing with the ping. You can actually put a ping on any objective. Like for instance, if you don't have any guns, your partner can put a ping on a weapon, so once the ping pops up, it will pop up as a on your radar to say, hey, there's a weapon right here, and you can just track it, find it. If there's enemies in the location, you could put a ping on the enemies, so it can let your teammates know what direction the enemies are coming from. And I love this. Like, you don't really find this at all in a battle royale. You pretty much have to watch your back. They don't pop up on your radar in most battle royales, so you have to constantly keep turning around, wondering where the firing is coming from. But if you find something, find your an opponent, or if your teammates find them, they can just ping it, and you're all looking that direction and pretty much follow where the gunfire is at. So I think that's really, really cool. And not just that, your characters also talk. They will say, hey, the champion's been killed, or hey, I've been there's firing coming from this direction, or hey, I've been hit. They do like shout outs to keep you engaged and keep you involved, to let you know that, yo, it's getting heavy over here, so we have to be careful. So I think that's pretty cool, and I really enjoy that. And as far as getting into a match with random players, I had no issues with it. I was able to connect right away, able to jump in, and I really enjoy playing with random players. And this is the most I've ever played with random players. I always play with friends, I always play with my brothers or my dad, and I don't really play with like just random strangers or anything or whatever. But I really enjoyed it. I ended up making a couple of friends just by playing just with random players. I had my microphone on, they had their microphones on, and we're laughing and joking, and they were pretty good. They was pretty much showing me how to play. Like I said, I'm not really good at shooters, but other than that, yeah, it was this one time. And what's really important too, dropping off at a certain point is all about learning the map and knowing where everything is. Armor is a really important part, because I had a hard time killing a lot in this game, because these guys will have a lot of armor, and it's hard to take them down unless you have your partners with you, and we all just fire at one enemy at a time. But you also have to be careful and make sure you're not being ambushed. And there's this one instance that one of the players had the hologram class, and I seen like 3 guys just sitting alone by themselves, and I thought like, hey, why not? I said I could sneak up on them, I could take them out. They're not paying attention. I went to go fire at it. It was actually a hologram, and then the hologram disappeared, and then the person was actually somewhere nearby me, and they actually killed me. And I thought it was pretty neat. So yes, there's a lot of strategy to it, and it really threw me off guard. But like I said, I want to keep stressing this, how important teamwork actually is. And what I like about this game, and I guess you could say battle royales in general, is I like the progression of how I'm getting better. Because at first I couldn't even land any shots, and then the more and more I kept playing, I was able to land shots. And then even though I was able to land shots, I couldn't score a kill, and now I'm landing shots and now scoring at least a kill. So I'm getting better at it. And I think the fun part is is how long can you last throughout the entire match, because in the right hand corner it also tells you how many squads are left. And like most battle royales, the circle, or I guess you could say the area, begins to shrink and get smaller and smaller, so you have to keep running into the middle of the circle until you get to the final squads, and then you definitely have to battle it out. And at the end of each match, it pretty much tell you who the champions are, and even when you dive into a match, it lets you know who the champions of the last game were, and they even tell you if the champion has been killed during the match and not. And then we're gonna move on to something that everybody wants to know, or everyone has been bothered about. We have microtransactions and we have the cosmetics. Most of the microtransactions I've seen so far, and a lot of things that's in there that you can purchase, is pretty much cosmetics in the characters itself. You can purchase characters using legend tokens. Legend tokens allows you to buy legends, because that's what the characters go by. They go by legends. You also have crafting metals. You can use the crafting metals. That unlocks a lot of cosmetics. You get them through the loot boxes as well, that you earn while you're playing the game. I think they call Apex containers. And then you, of course, you have the Apex coins or Apex tokens that you can use to unlock various store items. Now the thing is, there's different Apex container packages that you can purchase with real money, real currency. And the thing that I noticed that is pretty different, they actually had the probability of what you get if you buy these particular Apex container packages. You have the probability of what you can get for rares on huge quantities, you know, of loot boxes, and then you may not get the thing that you want, or the item that you're looking for, or the weapon, and so forth and so on. This one actually gives you the probability and the chances of getting a particular, I guess you could say, legend or item in other cosmetic stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. So you know what package to get if you want to get that greater chance of getting the cosmetics or whatever items that you're trying to get. So I think that's pretty cool. But overall, that's pretty much my experience with Apex Legends. I can see myself playing this for quite some time. While I spend actual money on it, not sure, because most games I don't really do microtransactions for, because most games I don't play the game, or I don't invest that much time into the game that long enough to want to spend actual money. But other than that, I'm really enjoying it. For the past like couple days, or like a day or two, I spent about a good 4 or 5 hours a day playing the game with my brothers and with random players, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm really warming up to shooters. Especially team shooters. That's what gets me into shooters. I'm able to communicate and socialize and team up with other players. So I really had a good time. I definitely want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Apex Legends? Would you prefer Titanfall 3 over this, or do you think this game has potential to actually be a good battle royale game that you can see yourself sinking countless hours in, and may even spend actual money on the cosmetics? I definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment sections below, and let me know what other free-to-play shooters that are out and around and available that may, I guess you could say, strike my interest. Because right now I just got into Space Lords, and Space Lords is pretty interesting. I played it a few months ago, but I definitely got back into it and really enjoying it. And I'm definitely doing a what is video, what is Space Lords, so stay tuned for that. I think you guys will really enjoy that, especially if you have never heard of it. So if you even consider wanting to try it, I think you should wait for this video and see what my take is and give you the overview of the game. So that wraps everything up. If you liked the video, please share the video, pass it around, and please hit the notification to be notified when I upload more videos. This is MugenLord signing off. See you game fiends later. Peace out. It looks like you reached the end of the video. Well, while you're at it, check out some of my other discussion videos by clicking on the annotations below, and don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms to stay up to date with future content. Signing off.